Hello student, myself Digant Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 2 in matter around us pure. Dear student, last time we learned about the mixture. Means every matter available around us, they are most probably mixture form. Means suppose we take example of milk, then milk in that protein, fat, water, sugar, so many things are present. Okay, so it is not totally pure, in that some mixture is also present. Okay, same way we learn about the two type of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture in that the state of the matter is remain same, like when we take salt and dissolve in the water, at that time salt is also converted to liquid form and water is also in the liquid form. So matter is, both the matter means water and the salt both are remain in liquid form. Okay, we can take so many example. Air is a homogeneous mixture of so many gases. Okay, same way we have another category is the heterogeneous mixture, a mixture in which we can separate the different components, okay, different matter, that is called the heterogeneous mixture. Example is the sand and water. When we try to dissolve the sand and water, it is not dissolve or it is not soluble inside of that. Okay, and we can separate the sand and the water, so it is the example of heterogeneous mixture. Dear student, homogeneous mixture in that another category is solution. Solution is made up of solute and solvent, and from the quantity of solute and solvent the solution is dilute, concentrate, okay, saturated solution, unsaturated solution, and how we represent the concentration. Okay, so one by one we will learn all. Concentration of solution. Solution is a relative proportion of solute and solvent. Okay, so concentration is a relative term of solution. Okay, so we know that what is called solute. In the solution, the compound which is present in the less amount, that is called solute, and what is called solvent, the compound which is present in the more amount, that is called solvent. Simple example, we take one glass of water, in that we add the 1 spoon of NaCl, sodium chloride. Then what happen? NaCl is in the less quantity, so it is called the solute, and the water is in the more quantity, so it is called the solvent. Okay, depending on amount of solute present in solution, it can be called dilute or concentrated solution or saturated solution. So solution after that divide into three category: dilute solution, concentrated solution, and saturated solution. If the quantity of solute is less, then it is called dilute solution. If the quantity of solute is more, then that is called the concentrated solution. And if the quantity of solute in such a way that it is not soluble in the solvent, then that is called the saturated solution. At any temperature, a solution that has dissolved as much solute as it is capable of dissolving is said to be a saturated solution. Okay, suppose we take one glass of water, and that water has capacity to dissolve only 3 spoon of sugar, and if we add the 4 spoon of sugar, it will remain undissolved. Okay, so the third spoon of sugar, till that it is called the solubility or a solubility of that solvent, or it is called the saturated solution. Okay, if in the water you try to add more and more NaCl, initially it will dissolve, but at one stage what happened, the sodium chloride is not dissolved, so we can say that now the solution is what? Saturated solution. Saturated solution, when no more solute can be dissolved in a solution in a given temperature, is called the saturated solution. So whenever you add more and more, at one stage the solute is not dissolved, that is called the saturated solution. But whenever you increase the temperature, then maybe the solute is dissolved in the solvent. Solubility. The amount of the solute present in the saturated solution at this temperature is called the solubility. Okay, the amount of solute present in the saturated solution in this temperature is called the solubility. Okay, so the capacity of solvent to dissolve the solute, that is also called, we can say that, solubility, and it is on the fixed temperature, because when we increase the temperature, because of kinetic energy increases, and when kinetic energy increases, the whatever undissolved part are there, they will also dissolve. Okay, so here we have to take care in the solubility for the fixed temperature. The amount of solute present in the saturated solution at this temperature is called the solubility. Unsaturated solution. Okay, so initially we take the solute and try to dissolve in the water, it is easily dissolved, so we can say that solution is what? Unsaturated solution. So simply we can say that the capacity of solvent to dissolve the solute, that is called the unsaturated solution. Okay, at one stage what happened, the solvent lost the property of soluble to soluble the solute, then we can say that the solution is what? Saturated solution. Unsaturated solution, if the amount of solute contained in a solution is less than the saturated level, it is called the unsaturated solution. Okay, suppose I have a water, okay, one water I have 1 liter, and another glass in that I have water 500 ml, and in both I add the 5 spoon of sugar. So the glass in that the sugar will not dissolve because amount of sugar is more. Wherever I have 1 liter of water, in that if I add the 5 spoon of sugar, it may be dissolved. Okay, so where it is dissolved in that solution, we can say that it is unsaturated solution, and the glass in that quantity of water is less, so the sugar is not dissolved, so that is called the saturated solution. Different substance in a given solvent have the different solubility at the same temperature. Okay, so different substance, they dissolve in the different way. Like if we take the quantity of 5 gram of sugar, it dissolve differently in the water. Same way 5 gram of NaCl dissolve in the water differently. Okay, concentration. Okay, what is the amount of solute and solvent? Okay, that is decided by the concentration. The concentration of solution is the amount, mass or volume of a solute present in a given amount of a solution, that is called the concentration. So concentration is what? It is the relative amount of solute and solvent, that is called the concentration, and it can represent by so many ways. Okay, like we can represent the percentage weight by weight, means we can say that mass of solute and mass of solution. Percentage weight by volume, that is the mass of the solute and the volume of the solution. Percentage volume by volume, volume of the solute divided by the volume of solution. And as well as latest we have ppm, parts per million and parts per billion are there. In 10th standard you will learn about the molarity, 11th standard you will learn about molality. Okay, or normality you will learn in the higher standard. Just now we are going to learn the percentage weight by weight and percentage volume by volume to represent the concentration. There are various ways to represent the concentration of the solution. Mass by mass, percentage of a solution. Okay, so here we are represent mass by mass. Mass of the solute divided by the mass of solution into 100. Now, meaning is that we are going to make any solution of 100 gram. Okay, suppose I take the 95 gram of water and I take the 5 gram of sugar. So solution is becoming 100 gram. Okay, so this solution we can say that it is a 5% sugar solution. Suppose I want to make the 2% NaCl solution, then how I make? I take 2 gram of NaCl and 98 gram of water, so I get a 2 gram of what? 2% of NaCl solution. Okay, so here we represent the amount of solute and solution in the weight, so it is called the mass by mass or weight by weight. Mass by volume, percentage solution. Mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Okay, so here we take the mass of solute. Suppose I take the 2 gram of sugar and it is dissolved in the 98 ml of water, then it is called the percentage weight by volume solution. Okay, and I make the solution 100 ml. Same way, mass by volume percentage solution. In that, solute is also taken in the liquid form and the solution is also taken in the liquid form. If I take the 2 ml of ethanol and dissolve in 98 ml of the water, then total solution is 100 ml. So I can say that it is a solution of 2% volume by volume ethanol solution. Dear student, we are going to learn about the suspended solution. So when we add chalk in the water, okay, it is not totally dissolved. Even the particles are remain suspended. We can see the particle. Okay, it is not soluble. So this type of solution is called the suspended solution. Same way, when we take the soil and we try to dissolve in the water, it will not dissolve in the water, but it will remain suspended. It move throughout of the solution. Okay, so we can see the particle also. So it is the example of the suspended solution. Suspended solution is the example of the heterogeneous mixture. Okay, whenever we pass the beam of light, at that time the light scatter in the different direction. Okay, whereas in the homogeneous solution or true solution, when we pass the light, then the light will pass directly, light scattering not take place. Scattering of light is called the Tyndall effect. Dear student, we know what is called the homogeneous solution or true solution. A solution in which solute is totally dissolved, that is called the homogeneous solution or true solution. Okay, so one by one we will see here. Suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve. Okay, so solute particles are not dissolved. That is the example of the suspended solution, but remains suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. So it will remain suspended, it moves inside of the solution. Particles of the suspensions are visible to the naked eye. Okay, we can see by the naked eye. Wherever we learn that in the true solution or homogeneous solution, the particles are in the nanometer scale. 1 nanometer equals to 10 raised to minus 9 meters, so they cannot see by the naked eye. We have to use a special microscope called AFM, atomic force microscope, and STM, that is called scanning tunneling microscope, to see the particles of the homogeneous solution. Okay. Properties of the suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture means in that some part of the solute is remain in the solid form and solvent is remain in the liquid form. So both are different. So it is what here? Heterogeneous mixture. The particles of suspension can be seen by the naked eye. We can see the particles. The particle of the suspension can be seen by the naked eye. The particle of the suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and make it path visible. So whenever we pass the ray of light by the torch, in the true solution it directly pass, but in the case of the suspended solution it scatter the light. So when the solution scatter the light, that effect is called the Tyndall effect. It is, the name is given to give the honor one scientist. Okay. The solute particles settle down when suspension is left undisturbed, that is suspension is unstable. So what happen after some time, when we add a chalk in the water for the few minutes or the few time, it will remain suspended. All the particles are moving in the solution, but after some time these chalk particles are settled down. Same way, whenever we take the soil and try to dissolve in the water, it will not dissolve, but the particles are remain suspended. After some time they settle down. So suspended solution is the unstable solution, whereas the true solution is what? A stable solution. It will remain for the long time. True solution or homogeneous solution. They can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. So by the filtration process we can separate the solute and the solvent. Okay. When the particles settle down, the suspension breaks and it does not scatter the light anymore. Okay. So important thing is that what here, the when the particles are suspended, okay, particles are suspended, then it scatter the light, but when the particles are settled down, it will not scatter the light. Okay. So this is all about for today. Thank you so